So at first I have provided a few rules here so that you can understand that whenever there are particular gaps, what to write and what not to write. So you see here, first of all, if there is a gap after an article, there will be an adjective. So let's say there is a sentence like this and then you see an article here right before the gap. So I have already mentioned that you need to learn all of the grammatical rules first and then you have to do these gap filling exercises. So do we remember what an article is? An article is a, an and the. So where a and n are indefinite articles and the is a definite article, and this is how all of these three articles are used to pinpoint the situation or the objects of many different constances, right? So there lived a dash king, and right after an article, if there is a gap, then there will be an adjective. So what is an adjective? An adjective is the word, or adjectives are the words that describe nouns. So any words that describe nouns are actually called adjectives. So in this case, there lived a dash king. So king here is the noun, and definitely I have to put an adjective here because the gap is right in between the article and the noun. So what can we write? We can say that there lived a fat king, or we can say that there is a rich king, or we can say there is a wise king, right? Any word you put here is correct, but depending on, of course, the clues, right? If there were no clues, then you could put whatever you want in this blank. Let's see next. If there is an adjective after an article and following the gap, if there is a noun, in the gap there will be a participle of the present participle or the past participle. So there has to be a past participle or the present participle whenever there is an adjective right after an article. So let's see. So you see here already there is an article provided here. There is also an adjective provided here. There is also a noun provided here. But right in between the adjective and the noun, there is a blank. So my question is, what are we going to provide here? Whenever you see that there is an adjective right before the blank and right after the blank there is a noun, what can we do in the middle? In the middle, we have to put either the past participle or the present participle. So we can say, I saw a nice, we can say fleeting sari at the new market. There were beautiful dash pictures hung on the walls. There were beautiful drawing pictures hung on the wall. Or you can either say drawing, which is the present participle, or you can say drawn pictures. So we already know what are the present and past participles, right? If I say it's a present participle, it means that there will be a verb with ing. And if there is a past participle, we know that it means whenever a verb that follows a to have verb is called we can identify that as a past participle. Like for draw, the original verb is draw, the present participle will be drawing, and the past participle will be drawn, right? So in this case, you can either put the present or the past participle as you wish. This concludes rule number 2. Now let's look at rule number 3, which says that if there is a gap after a preposition and if there is a noun followed by the gap, there will be verb with ing in the gap. So what happens at first? There will be a gap after a preposition. So we already know what are prepositions, right? Like to, by, in, with, within, inside, outside, right? Out of, from. So prepositions are the words that actually will help you to identify where one falls, where one's position is. As a result, we call it preposition, right? So in this situation, I have used this preposition right in front of the blank, and right after the blank, what did I write? I had a noun. So in that case, there will be in the middle there will be a verb with ing, which means that there will be a continuous form of the verb. I am interested in dash music. So I can say I am interested in making music. Okay. So So, or you can say, if you want to say I am interested in hearing music, that's also fine. But if you want to use the verb listen, if I say I am interested in listening music, then what will be the sentence? Then it will not just be listen. It will be I am interested in listening to music. Okay? Because whenever we say listen, it means that we are focusing on it very, very prominently. And if I say that we are hearing something, it means that there has just been a particular sound and I have just come across it and that's it. I have not noticed it very properly. Okay. Now then we see the children are fond of dash sweets. So the children are fond of eating sweets or having sweets. Same thing, right? Or maybe the children can also make sweets or bake sweets. So then we can say making sweets or baking sweets. Any verb with ing is applicable here. Okay. So next we see rule number 4 that says that if there is a to be verb before a gap and if there is a prepositional phrase after the gap, there will be an adjective in the gap. So first of all we see what? If there is a to be verb before a gap. So right before the verb there is a to be verb here, as you can see here. So the to be verb here is, we know it's an auxiliary verb. And what are the to be verbs? Am, is, are, was and were, right? So if there is a to be verb before the gap and right after the gap there is a prepositional phrase. This is not just a preposition here. The entire thing here is a prepositional phrase because overall the entire thing together makes up the gist of the sentence, the entire theme of the sentence. If I have just said Mr. Sohail is dash at full stop, it would not make any sense. If I say that something is a prepositional phrase, it means that you know that all of the grammar parts that you are right now studying for your HSC English are from your Advanced Learners Grammar book, right? So in that particular grammar book, you will see that there are a huge list of prepositional phrases that you need to learn for your exams. So all of these are parts of your prepositional phrases. A phrase is a group of 2 or 3 words where you do not use any particular verb, but they are used to explain what you want to put inside the passage, put inside the sentence, right? Okay, so enough about that. Let's see what will we do in the blank. There will be an adjective in the gap. So Mr. Sohail is dash at English. I could just say bad at English and I would be fine with that, because bad is an adjective. Or you could say Mr. Sohail is good at English. My question is, can I put Mr. Sohail is well at English? No. What is the difference between good and well? If I say something is good, it means that there has to be an adjective. Like the word good is being used as an adjective, which means that the word good is being used to describe a noun. If I say that I am a good teacher, it means that the word teacher is a noun here and the word good is used to describe the main noun, which is a teacher. Now, if you ask me how are you and if I say I am well, I will not say I'm good, I'll say I'm well. Why? Because I am not describing me, I am describing my state. I am describing the verb am. So any word that describes a verb is definitely an adverb. So well is used as an adverb and good is used as an adjective. So this is an extra knowledge that I am providing to you while we are learning this, right? Interesting, no? Then we see, they have been dash of spiders. So have been is once again an auxiliary verb. And then we see of spiders. Here of is a preposition and the entire thing is a prepositional phrase. So what will we put here? So we can say that there has to be an adjective. So they have been scared of spiders, right? So we can put something like this as rule number 4. In rule 5 we see that a gap followed by verbs like look, seem, grow, taste, remain, sound, appear, turn, become, be, etc. will generally have an adjective. This is not exactly heap here, this is heal here, okay? What does the word heal mean? Let me write this once again for you. It is exactly heal. What does the word heal mean? Heal means to something that has already been damaged is now slowly recovering. So that is what we know as heal. So if there are verbs like these, it means that these verbs are used to explain something that constitutes of a feeling, right? If I say that this is how I feel, this is how it seems, this is how it looks, it does not give you a definite format because this is just my opinion. So these verbs are used to provide someone's opinion, someone's expression, someone's feelings, etc. So whenever there is a verb like this, and then right after it, if there is just a blank without the need for another noun, in that case, in that blank space, we will provide an adjective. So the girl seems, I can say seems lonely, or seems happy, or seems angry, seems sad, seems furious, right? Whatever you want to put as an adjective here. The baby became dash seeing her mother. So the baby became, we can say something exhilarated. So what's the spelling? Exhilarated. Rated. Instead of that, I could just say the baby became happy seeing her mother. Both are fine, right? Okay, next. In rule number 6, we see that if there is a verb without an object in a sentence and there's a gap following it, in the gap there will be a noun or an adjective or an adverb. Okay, so we see that first of all there has to be a verb, and right after the verb there has to be a blank, and after that blank there has to be a full stop. There need not be anything in particular. So what will we do in that case? We learn dash. You can either put a noun or an adjective or an adverb. So let's put either of those in 3 of these blanks. So we learn English. Here English is most definitely a noun. Okay. He runs. Now we have to put an adjective. So he runs fast. So here fast is definitely an adjective here. And she is dash. So I can say she is cheerful. Okay. Or cheerful here in this case is also an adjective. So in that case, if you want to put an adverb here, I can say she is very kind or very cheerful or something. So in that case, you need 2 blanks here to put both of the words, right? Here very, the word very is the adverb here, and kind is the adjective here. The word very is describing the adjective which is